Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish Nations. And it is the freaking weekend, so it's time to check in on our budget together. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're returning, I appreciate you coming back so much. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would hit that button. And if you enjoy this video, I would love it if you would like it. Happy New Year. It is officially 2021. I don't remember before 2016 people just like collectively being miserable with the year. But I do feel like that was like a phenomenon that started in 2016. And of course, I mean, objectively 2020 was rough, was a rough scene. And we got to really see some things about capitalism and some things about our government, how as we have it structured currently. But we got to see a lot of really beautiful things like mutual aid, so much mutual aid. We got to see justified anger boiling over into the streets, and that was beautiful. And I hope that all of those things continue, but I also hope that we're able to, and the people that we elect to represent us are able to really create some concrete change in the new year. I don't really know why I just went on that tangent. I wasn't planning on it, but yeah, that's just something I'm thinking about. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the budget. I have to say this budget check-in is going to be a little chaotic. I always kind of go and check and make sure I've, put in all my transactions for the week. And I found a few transactions that I couldn't track. So they weren't from this week, but they were, they were from earlier. And I couldn't seem to figure out if I had put them in the budget. So I'm going to go ahead and track them. As y'all know, I do try to stay on top of entering my transactions, but if I have a mystery transaction, I would rather track it twice than not track it, if that makes sense. So usually once I reconcile, things kind of come out in the wash, but let's get into it. Okay. So I'm hanging out here in groceries. I'm seeing a lot of red. It's just the way it is. It just is what it is. I will say though, in January, I am focusing on meal prep and meal planning. And so I'm hoping to have some videos about that coming up. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, keep an eye out. And I'm hoping to actually try to come in under budget while also making really delicious, very much satisfying food. So we'll see what happens. I went to f.i.r.e and I spent $21.62. Do I have any recollection of what I bought? I do not. The other day I went to Kitty Clinic and I was running out of medicine and they were actually almost out of stock of one of the medications I needed. So I paid $27.98 for 10 pills. Yeah, it's one of his expensive ones. It's for his heart, so probably going to keep buying it forever. But anyway, I went to Safeway. This was, I think, the transaction that I could not track. I don't know. This was from like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't find it. So if anyone remembers me tracking this, let me know. But $37.96, it's not in the grocery list. But sometimes if I break up a transaction, it's a little harder to find, especially in the few minutes before I film. So like I said, usually I figure it out by the time I reconcile. Next, I went to Grocery Outlet yesterday, and that was actually just straight up New Year's food. So I joined a very small group of people, primarily people in my extremely small bubble, and outdoors. Did a little bit of merriment, and that cost $46.18. I made a very pretty cheese plate, and I also bought champagne, which I actually forgot at home, so it's just hanging out in my fridge. So I'm ready for all the celebrations of 2021. Then I went to Petworks, which is a local, I think, pet store near my house, and I've been getting their like little treats to mix their medication with, and that was $70.72. I bought a lot, so my hope is that I don't really need to go back for a month, maybe more, but we'll see how it goes. I have been doing better. Like I was just buying a few at a time and needing to go like every week. So this last time got me through a couple weeks, and I'm hoping this time will get me through the month. Some gift stuff. I lately have been giving my niece for her birthday and Christmas $50, and we haven't been able to organize a custodial IRA for her, a Roth IRA, but she's actually going to turn 18 soon, so she'll be setting up her own. So I've just been kind of reserving this money in a little special account for her, and that was $50. Gifts, where are you? And last but not least, I contributed to my parents' gifts, which I typically split with my siblings, and my portion was $59.40. Okay, let's see. Car insurance came out. And where are you, car? Auto insurance, that was $86.60. And finally, I've got some income to report. So I did get a little bit of money as a gift for my parents. That was $200. Very sweet of them. I don't know really why they continue to do that. We've gone to a more economical model for our sibling gifts where we just do a Secret Santa. But they still do that, and I will take it. And that goes in my me fund. And I'm always very appreciative of that. And then my stimulus came through. So that's going to go into, oh, wait, that was weird. So the $200 that I got for Christmas will go into my me fund. But for now, it goes into gifts income. So that's where that will go. Gifts. Okay. Tracking income. That goes in my income category. It's been a long time since I got any gift income, so kind of forgot how to do that. So that goes right there. Okay, and then where'd you go? Transactions. Hang on. Last but not least, my stimulus came through. That is going to go into miscellaneous income. And I know that one thing I'm going to be doing with my stimulus check is using $350 of it to help top off my 2020 Roth IRA. When I got my last stimulus check, I elected to share 500 of it, so I don't know what percentage of that it was, but and I may elect to do that this time, but I'm not sure. I actually have something in mind that is not something that I would probably ever buy for myself, but that it would be very useful. But I will make a video about stimulus checks soon. So that is that. Reconciliation coming soon. It's probably going to be a little bit brutal, but that's the way it goes. Hope that you're doing well. Let me know down below how your year ended, and look for that reconciliation next week, as well as my budget plan for January. I will see you in the next video.